What's going on, you nuptial ragdoll rumpy pumpers? I'm Toxic Male. This is Grunt Speak Live, episode 151. That is Terrence Pop.
We're up to 443, you
Yes.
butt dart.
I got to draw
connoisseur.
tits on the board today, so I'm very happy about that.
Yeah. Yeah. And listen, we're going to be talking about Hose Mad.
Well, I mean, you can boil down the whole backlash of the Roe v. Wade decision to hose mad.
That's absolutely correct.
That's all it is.
And like all of this bullshit, like, we're just not going to have sex anymore. You know how many dudes don't fucking care anymore?
Well, not to mention, if they were capable of exercising impulse control, like abstaining from having rampant wild sex, with things that are poking through the hole in the wall of the porta-shitters or out in the back of the bar by the dump dumpster, we wouldn't be in this situation in the first place.
You're talking about the glory hole attendant bush leagues?
Yeah, the 3 notches below bush league glory hole attendant. Ooh, you gave a 4. Naughty, naughty.
Hey!
People are messaging me like, does Pop need glasses? I think he needs glasses.
Listen, I will explain that. I'm doing a whole video on the looks factor again.
We did a whole video on the looks factor.
I know. Some people just, we have to redo a bunch of those older ones anyway because they're comedy gold, man.
I think we really need to do something like male shopping rules and show skits of actual shopping.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here's another thing, too, is, all right, so how do you guys feel about us putting together the pop cultures by season and selling those on downloadable versions or USB drives?
That's been a big request.
Yes.
There have been some people who have asked, like, hey, you should sell the old seasons, especially because a lot of our older episodes now are either age-restricted or they've been taken off YouTube entirely because
Hose mad.
Things that were totally okay on YouTube 9 years ago are now criminal offenses.
Yeah. Hose mad.
Hose mad, yes. And when hose mad, they think this is what they all look like.
Uh-huh.
And I have one thing to say to you ladies. Let me see your protest face. I want to see it. Oh, my. Ooh. Bullshit, you didn't convince me. Let me see your real protest face. Work on it.
Yeah. You better work on that, baby. You better work on it.
You better work on it very, very well.
You're not scaring me. I'm not feeling motivated to protest anything.
You notice she has like a dead caramel corn tooth in the front?
Yeah. Well, I didn't really look at her messed up grill.
She's got the one right there. Well, on our right, her left side right there, unless this is, of course, every woman shooting herself in mirror mode.
She got a dead tooth?
She got a dead tooth right there in the front.
She better get a veneer.
Well,
it doesn't matter. She's the size 18. It's over for her.
Yeah, it's a dead tooth from chewing on too much cack all these years.
Oh, my God.
I mean, a woman with a face like that, she is a fetal serial killer. But it's okay, because Pop still gives her a 4.
Oh, God, stop. Stop. Listen, a 4 is not a compliment in my book.
Well, no, it's below average.
Like a 1 or a 2 is like burn victims, retards, hair lips.
But at least with burn victims, it's not their fault.
And then like a 3, you got to be like 400 or 500 fucking pounds. A 4 is pretty much the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
It's
in terms of natural looks, you're saying? Okay.
Yeah, and I know it's like, oh, man, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
What about some of those Irish ditch pigs you're talking about?
Yeah.
Would they be 4s, or are you talking?
They were 3s and 4s.
Okay.
They weren't below that. No, but listen, I had a rude awakening when I showed up in Ireland. I was with 6 other soldiers. We were drinking, going around to the bars, having a great time, and I thought I was going to see all of this green grass and drink this awesome beer and see beautiful women.
Not so much.
Redhead and blondes with green eyes and big tits.
But
That did not happen. I ran into car crash ditch pigs.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was not good.
I mean, they're as in car crash ditch pigs, as in jacked up grill.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like they smoked. Their teeth were just tore up.
Like flossing with a jump rope.
Oh my God. I was just like, we just got so tanked. And
Those are the kind of people, they eat the movie theater popcorn and then they get the kernel in their mouth and then they can spit it between their two front teeth. It's good. In fact, that's nasty.
pretty much, man. And listen, I was so disillusioned. And then they're like, well, you should have went up to Scotland. The women are good looking up there. Probably not. Okay, as a betting man, I saw the women in England. Most of them were horrendous. Ireland, ditch pigs. I saw maybe 2 or 3 that were, okay in a homely kind of way. And I didn't make it up to Scotland. I should have went up there instead, but what are you going to do?
Yeah. It is what it is,
We
man.
had to take the ferry over.
Oh, okay.
That was a drunk fest.
Take the ferry over so you can eat some king dongs.
No.
Okay.
No.
The boat kind of ferry.
The boat kind of ferry.
All right, just making sure.
The guy who takes you across the river Styx.
Crytanic.
Yeah. That's on the way back. That's pretty much how it was. We're all like, oh my God, I can't believe how ugly those women are.
Yeah, the river Styx Hexenhammer. Clank on, bitches. Clank on. You want to see some more hose mad? We got a lot more hose mad for you.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Gina Darling, who is apparently popular enough in certain circles to be blue checkmark certified on Twitter, says, if men were able to get pregnant, this would have never been up for discussion. Fuck this backwards ass shit. And of course, the leftoids dogpiled because, as we know, we live in an era where, garbage is money. Men can have periods.
Clown world.
Women can ejaculate, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, pardon my wording. Not sure what the proper wording is for this, but I guess people born with male reproductive organs. If that's not correct, please educate me. I'm sorry if that came off as transphobic.
Listen.
The fuck?
Well, if you went to college, or hell, if you graduated high school and you took just basic high school biology, you know what a man and a woman is.
Yeah.
And all of this horse shit about, well, I'm not a biologist. I can't.
I'm not a biologist.
Shut the fuck up. It's not that complicated.
Like, I'm not a vet or a zoologist, but I know what a dog is. I know what a cat is. And if I go to the zoo, I know if I'm looking at a member of the primate family or the feline family.
Yeah, and you should have enough common sense to know you don't fuck with rattlesnakes.
Yes.
It will fuck you up.
And if you go fuck around in the outback, a kangaroo might just drop kick your ass into the drink. It may happen.
And we've seen it. We showed one of those already on the video. One of those clips 8 or 9 weeks back.
Yeah.
Yeah, kangaroos will fuck you up. They're not. You might think they're playing.
Yes.
They're not fucking around.
No, man.
No.
They're like small dogs, like chihuahuas. You think they're so little and cute, but then you try to clean their ears and they turn into tiny bear traps. Yep. Bite your ass.
A kangaroo will jump up in the air and kick your ass. Literally. They might even kick you in the face, and they have claws down there that'll rip you open.
Which Streets of Rage was it? Let me know, dudes. I know there was a Streets of Rage game. I don't know if it was 2 or 3 where they actually had a boxing kangaroo as one of the playable characters.
Really? I never saw that.
That shit was weird. I think they just called it Roo. Such an imaginative name.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do?
Fun games.
Well, a lot of games back then were not very imaginative.
No.
Mm-hmm. Like asteroids.
Yeah. Well, and then you had, once the Japanese came out with an Italian plumber, who's fat and portly, but evidently can jump up in the air and punch bricks to smithereens. The question of whether or not you needed to take drugs to design video games was basically answered.
Absolutely correct.
Speaking of which, let me know the game that I got off to my right, your left, ladies and germs.
All right.
It's good stuff. Oh, we got some more hose mad. Or should I say, but of course, women are the only ones who are ever the victims of double standards, right, Pop?
Well, correct.
Yeah, men are never held to ridiculous, illogical double standards. Right.
Right. Yeah.
Bing.
Oh, God.
Now, this looks like two separate photos taken from, could be from anywhere, but I shit you not. This one here on the left and on the right were stacked on top of each other on the exact same website. You can see the formatting is the same right there on top of each other.
What website was that?
Thatviralfeed.com. So social media concerned over Leonardo DiCaprio's girlfriend celebrates her 25th birthday. Probably means he's getting ready to swap her out for a new model.
Yeah, she's getting flushed.
And then Gran of 17. We've actually talked about this woman before. Gets married to 24-year-old man. Says they're ready to welcome a child together.
At 70, what?
Yeah, at Gran of 17, I believe she's 68 or 69 years old.
That's one blown out whistle sack. You better not take that woman to Chicago or she'll be sounding off by musical notes when you take her between buildings. Like, ooh.
Sounds like the wind in a Castlevania game.
No. I had a former commander, had 9 brothers and sisters. And I remember, I'm like, God, your mom must have a blown out whistle sack. And he started laughing uncontrollably, almost fell on the floor.
Well,
and I'm like,
could you imagine doing the laundry for that many kids? You'd need a dryer the size of a Ferris wheel.
Or, yeah, you would.
Yeah, at that point, you might as well just start a laundromat and, just pocket the extra change because that's all you're going to be doing.
I had a friend of mine when I was in grade school, and he had, I think 6 brothers and a sister, and so it was 8 kids in total. And in the basement, there were 2 washing machines and 2 dryers. So, they could just knock it out in half a morning and the Saturday.
That's kind of ingenious, actually. Your own little home laundromat.
Yeah.
Get her done.
Yeah, I mean, she wasn't fucking around. And his name was Carl Nicholas, and his mother was just a champ.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that house was clean and spotless.
Oh, hell yeah.
Every time I went over there was cookies or brownies that were only maybe a day old.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was all kinds of food in the fridge. And occasionally, he and I would sneak a beer in the basement, and she knew what we were doing. She didn't really bust her chops over it.
Yeah, my mom was that way.
I was in the 4th grade.
She didn't always bake, and didn't always cook well. But that woman could do shake and bake chicken like none other. Mm-hmm. You could always eat off the floor in that house.
Yep.
And, when I got to be about 15, 16, and she knew that I liked, Kahlua beverages and whatnot. Because, when you're young, you don't really start with beer. You start with the foo-foo drinks. And I said, Christmas is kind of coming. I just wish I had, we could have a little bit of Kahlua or something without having to dive into Aunt Sandy's store. She's like, I'll take you to the liquor store. I'll hook you up, but just don't leave the house. I'm like, yeah.
Thanks, Ma.
So I got one of those pre-mixed things that's self-defense sized. It's about the size of a football. Just put it in my room. We got my own little glass with a bucket of ice right there. I'm playing my Sega Genesis. My cousins come in. Hey, you doing? Oh, I'm doing great. I love you guys. Give me a hug.
Yeah, we just took one beer and split it between me, him, and another guy. And I remember the first time I tasted it, I'm like, this must be what evil tastes like.
Exactly. The first time I ever tasted beer, it was Miller High Life.
Oh, God.
So when we had the neon sign on the bar, that was chosen for a specific reason, because the first beer I ever had was the champagne of beers.
Which it's an ingenious marketing ploy.
It is.
But it's not true in real life.
No. Just like, Ho's mad.
Well, man, I'm
whining about stuff. So, because, what have we all been hearing since this was threatened to get passed down? Well, we're just not going to have sex with you anymore.
Good.
We're going to force vasectomies on you. Okay, stop making false equivalency. Shut the fuck up. But, yeah. It's as bad as you think. Oh.
Here we go. Here we go.
So is she a size 26?
Well, she is horizontal.
Which actually is more forgiving for some women.
So she might be a 24 to 28.
I'm on strike. No choice for me. No sex for him. You haven't been able to give birth since the Nixon administration.
But the thing is I always do the measurement. I look at the bicep area of the arm.
Oh, yeah.
The shankles.
It's bigger than her head.
Okay, and I compare it to the head, and I compare it to her thigh.
And she has no ankles. You
And
see that?
if the thigh is eight, a minimum of 8 times bigger than the arm, that woman's on the north end of 250, maybe 280,
Yeah.
approaching 3 bills.
I would say we're definitely in the neighborhood of 3 bills.
Well, you have a gravity anchor there. I'm serious. That's a walking gravity well, and these women get that fat, and they're like, I can't seem to meet any nice guys. It's because you're so fat, you're warping time and space, and they're meeting themselves on the way out when they meet you, and they tell them not to come in.
It's true.
I'm telling you, man.
It really cracks me up that feminists, modern feminists, like this started with the third wavers, and arguably you could say that we're possibly onto like fourth wave at this point, because now not only do we have to have, third wave delusional feminism, now we have to have mentally ill men can have periods feminism. But it's almost like they decided that they were just going to make it that much easier for you to realize why they're man-hating feminists. I'm going to let the inside show on the outside, but then I'm going to say the problem is your social beauty standards. Yes, it's totally not the fact that you're 300 pounds and you look like you fell down a flight of stairs carrying wedding tackle and you dipped your head in every color of the rainbow on your way over to protest. That's totally not it.
It kind of reminds me of I'm a born-again virgin. All right, listen. You are never, ever going to be able to undick yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's just the way it works.
I said that to chicks I banged who outed themselves as feminists later. How dare you disagree with me? You don't know what it's like to be harassed on the street. Actually, I'm 3 to 7 times more likely to be assaulted on the street than you are, but thank you for playing. I can't believe I ever slept with you. I know, it's terrible. You can never unsuck my dick. Please move on. Enjoy that shit.
Oh, that's good.
She sure did at the time.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, while, just the most attractive size 28s this side of the Mississippi are...
Yeah, that's another thing. This is a rant I need to get off my chest here.
Okay. Go right ahead.
All right. So we have all these women, graduating college, getting, starting working in these careers. They get like 28 or older, and they're all like, where are all the good guys at? Well, a good guy, to be even viable to be selected, has to be 6 feet or taller, have a 6-pack abs, have a 6-figure income, and have a P-nice size of a minimum of 6 inches. And he has to go to school and get a house, the car, all the trapping to get with a woman who, if you go by the average dress size, is sporting a dress size of 18 and has more dick stamps in her passport book than, somebody traveling the world. And they have the balls to be like, well, we're all the good guys. Well, guess what? The good guys, they're going for the younger women and trying to get them before they get ruined.
Yeah.
Other than that, they're just quitting because it's not worth it.
Yeah. And while these, size 28 brimelos are screeching about going on a sex strike, considering, I'm pretty sure every man in America has had one going on with that woman for about as long as I've been sucking air. But then you have this. Chinese female blogger paid white man for sex. Public slams her action. Hidden social problem. Famous Chinese blogger Pei, or if you're...
PP.
Yeah, if you read Chinese poorly, it's pee-pee. Pei wanted some pee-pee, and hopefully you don't get to go wee-wee on her face. Chinese language social network Tencent Weibo wrote that she had paid a token sum to a white man to sleep with her last week. This sparked public outcry as many slammed her action as immoral, loose, and degrading. But Pei later defended herself and defended in her blog that she wasn't the only one who was paying white men to sleep with her. She also admitted that she preferred white men to Asian men now. She wrote, "Come on, most of the people slamming me are Chinese guys. They're jealous. Yes, I prefer to sleep with a white guy, and I don't mind paying him. Asian guys, no way, no way. Unless you pay me enough to get myself a house in a Western country to live in." So just so we're clear,
She's never going to get married.
Yeah, when a man pays a woman for sex, that's real work. Just don't ask me to pay taxes on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's stunning and brave. You know, it's totally real work. You work so hard. Got it. But when a woman wants to pay for some penis, it's a hidden social problem.
I mean, to be honest, I could care less. If women want to pay for penis, that's fine.
Giving someone an orgasm is pretty far down there on the list of horrible things you can do to another human being.
Yeah, well, as long as you don't give them the gift that keeps on giving.
As it runs down your chin and off your elbows?
Yeah, that is reprehensible, but, you know, hey.
Oh, yeah.
Who am I?
Yep. Meanwhile, back here in this country...
Oh, here we go.
I'm pretty sure women like this exercise their Roe v. Wade privilege quite often.
Uh-huh. And this
I'm not sure if I'm ready for this.
And this one's an offshoot. We've covered something similar to this story in the past.
Oh, this isn't a story. This is a video here.
No. Oh, okay. Oh, this one.
Activate suction.
Oh, yeah. That takes some practice right there. God damn!
I know Reaper01's in the chat like, wife material.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Wow!
Yeah. And listen, you could tell by looking at that woman that she liked to eat on top of drinking beer by the 40-ouncer.
Oh, yeah, because usually when they got them big old titties in their early 20s, the rest of their body starts to catch up around the time they're 28.
Yes.
Sometimes even sooner than that.
Correct.
I know of a chick who, the first time I ever met her, she was 15.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hourglass figure, yada, yada. Went off to college, started blowing through a whole forest of sea cucumbers out in the Plenty of Fish Sea.
Got the freshman 15.
Yeah.
The sophomore 10.
Yeah, now her thighs are as big around as her head, and she's 24, 25.
So she's probably coming up on 2 bills?
Yeah.
Yep.
And apparently thinks that now, while she's in the middle of the fat grenade exploding in slow motion, now's the time to do an OnlyFans for $30 a month.
Wow! Are you serious?
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen, honey.
Oh my God!
I'm sure there's a few simps living up there in her area who would throw down and think that it's better or safer than having a girlfriend, but no.
Yeah, and you know what? We should probably come up with a video called Simp Saver. So, like all of these simps walking around out there, we can put a checklist of ways they can reform their think and meet to stop doing that.
Yes.
Because quite literally, it's stupid.
Yes, it is. And speaking of stupid, this video is the epitome of fantasy versus reality of hose man. Remember, they all think they're Wonder Woman right now. You're expecting Handmaid's Tale, but you're really going to get Wonder Woman. Okay, let's see what that looks like.
Here we go. Oh, here we go. That's effective. Not effective.
It's effective when...
Good kick. That's effective. No. That'll get you killed.
It's effective when the person you're fighting
ass to mouth
has no arms and can't fight back.
I like the butt like white slap.
Why are there so many of these? That's my question.
I love that one. I try attack from behind. Bitch in the air.
What is this?
have no idea.
What, you think you're cool because you have a leather jacket?
No, leather jackets are not really.
All right. Now that's effective right there.
Well, of course, that's effective on anybody.
But you can tell there's no water in that.
But she
thing.
has really bad form with the bat, so it'd be easy enough to catch it and take it away from her.
Though I do like the knockdown and squat fart maneuver.
As do I.
That would neutralize
right there,
me.
Especially if it was a queef.
I love this one. Okay. No, she's got a good kick to the head. I like that one.
Your boyfriend treats you like shit, throw him away.
That's fine.
That's why you're alone.
And a lot of women throw the good guys away in their 20s and they hate it in their late 30s and 40s.
This is comedy gold.
Well, yeah.
But the people who watch this don't think it's comedy gold. They think it's Yas Queen. Yeah. That's where the cringe factor comes in.
I mean, that girl's probably, what, $120 tops?
If that, yeah.
Yeah. And listen, physics exists, and reality is a harsh mistress. And if you're $120 and you walk up and start hitting a man and he decides he wants to hit you back, he's got a lot of force and weight behind that punch.
Yeah.
And you're not going to be able to weather the storm.
I'm sorry, ladies, but those movies where you see, women like Charlize Theron kicking the asses of like 5 dudes on screen, and she gives him a front kick and he flies across the room like he just got hit with a 12-gauge shotgun blast. Those are just movies.
That's right. Now, listen.
But you do you.
I've actually sparred some, second and third degree female practitioners.
Oh, yeah?
And they were pretty fucking good. Now, could they defeat me? No. But if I did not know, if they were to get like the first strike in the street, that would probably be done.
Hell yeah.
Because, they're very unassuming. They were fast as shit, and all she's got to do is kick me in the balls faster than I can block them. And listen, I'm not Superman. I'm going down to the ground. That's just how it is.
That is how it is, yeah.
But yeah, some of these chicks are pretty fucking tough.
Yeah, some of them are very tough. But for every, Gina.
Yeah, there's like 100,000.
Actual MMA fighter. There's just chicks like this who think that beating up on an armless, stationary punching bag that looks like a dude is somehow going to translate to real world toughness.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't have any water in the base.
No.
So, yeah, you can knock it down quite easily.
Yeah. I know I'm 120 pounds, but I can kick ass, right? Right?
Well,
wrong.
That's from Commando, right?
Hell yeah, Commando.
That was so dumb.
Well, yeah, it's everything that's wonderful and awful about Arnold all in one gloriously machismo package.
Yeah, I guess so.
I like it.
As soon as I saw him jump off the landing gear of a plane into a swamp,
yeah,
I was like, get the fuck out of here. That thing's doing like 200 miles an hour just to get off the ground. And it's already climbing, so it's doing a minimum of 250. You're jumping off at 1,000 feet. You're dead. I'm sorry. You're dead without a parachute. You're dead.
Ah.
What are you looking at?
We got some Rumble chats here. Dark Mad Dog says, resent you the MK Ultra info. Not more to come. Damn it. Fucking Rumble chats. MK Ultra in the email with the questions for Pop. Did you get the butts via Dropbox? I honestly don't know.
Probably didn't.
Probably didn't. I will double check everything because that's how I roll.
Easy to use. So.
No, I don't like Dropbox.
Yeah, I always get all kinds of weird errors and shit.
Yeah, if you can shoot that back over to me, Dark Mad Dog, or if it went to the Redonkulous email, that might be why it kind of got overlooked. Send it to redonkulousblake at Gmail. I'll double check that stuff. Oh, I see it right here. Yep, the chronic dude about MK Ultra, proven research. Okay, yeah, it went to you.
Okay.
So, and I guess there's some questions in here for you.
I'll have to get to these.
So, yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here.
All right.
Definitely more than a super chat here.
Yeah.
So.
Can you forward it to my personal email?
Sure. What do we got here? Another one from Dark Mad Dog. Hoard books now. If there's a great solar flare, eventually all the internet could go down for a while. Search about old tech that do not use electricity like ice boxes. You never know.
Or you go to pdfdrive.com, type in the word off the grid survival. There's about 15 PDF books you can download. Some of them are 200 and 300 pages long. You download them for free, pay some money for some ink and paper, and print them up yourself.
Winning. Never hurts. All right, then we got Wayward Scholar. Says, shots challenge with tequila. We went to 13 shots. Also evening.
I drank 13 shots at my bachelor party.
Yeah, that's enough to fuck you up and put you to bed.
I had to get 2 IVs before they drove me home.
He also says, first time he ever got drunk, senior year of high school. It's pretty average, I would say.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
And then we got Wayward Scholar again. Now, hear me out. Only benefit to gun control, those pushing for it are the crazies that would just start shooting because we sneezed. Vaccinate, spay, and spay. And finally, commit them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the people who are screaming about, and rioting about abortion are in deep blue districts where it's not going to be outlawed in the first place. Mm-hmm. They're burning, looting, and murdering in these areas and causing all kinds of ruckus. And at the end of the day, the only thing that happened was we're going to leave this to the states.
Yeah, it just went back to the states.
A government edifice actually gave up power.
Uh-huh. I know. Well, the thing is the original Roe versus Wade you brought to our attention was based on a lie.
Yes.
She had not been raped.
Yeah, Norman McCorvey lied about being gang raped by black men. Ordinarily, that would have the left in a tizzy, but they seem to be ignoring it because they probably don't know anything about the actual case, let alone what the woman's real name is. It's Norma McCorvey, by the way.
Yeah, she's dead now, so
yes,
we can't really dox her.
Yeah, and it was Vice or Vox tried to bribe her to recant her perjury on her deathbed, and she refused.
Well, I don't blame her.
No.
I mean, you're about to go get your walkthrough. You don't want it to last longer by lying just before you die. Yeah. You can't give me enough money for that. I'm sorry.
Good luck with that one, ladies. I'm just saying.
Can you imagine that? You're on your deathbed. Oh, yeah, what am I going to do with $2 million fucking dollars? Yeah, suck a dick.
Suck a dick.
I'm out. Flush
like
me.
She's dying. What do you think you're going to do? Yeah. Wow. Just wow.
Yeah. I'm out. Flush me.
But it's all, at the end of the day, we all know it's about dodging responsibility and continuing to live in a fantasy land. Enter Mirivone Rocha Mores.
All right.
37 years of age.
Now, but check this out. We did a couple of videos on this in the past about these women who are marrying themselves.
Oh, yeah, we did one called a sologamy, which sounds like something you would throw on a sandwich.
Yeah, and they're married their dog or whatever.
Yeah. Or there was the model who married herself and then divorced herself less than 3 months later because she met someone special.
Yes. And then what about the dude who married the sex doll?
Yes. He was like I don't think he was Russian, but he was like in one of those former Soviet Republic areas, big bodybuilder dude.
He was in one of the stands.
And he was a confused Poles and Holes.
Was he?
Oh, yeah. He got his ass beat at one of the Pride parades. Like, I'm sorry, but if you go to a Pride parade in the Eastern Bloc...
You're going to get tooled. Yeah. You're pretty much, I hope you're a mechanic because you're going to get tooled up.
Just a bit. I'm not saying that they should do it, but I understand. Mm-hmm. So, as a woman in Brazil has found a man who was literally made for her. 37 years old, complained to her mother about being single and stressed about not having a dance partner. In an attempt to cheer her up, the mother made her a ragdoll named Marcelo.
Oh, my God.
When my mom made Marcelo and first introduced me to him, I fell in love with him. It was love at first sight.
Why? I've heard of some uncanny valley shit, but this is...
I wonder if he's anatomically correct.
Got a big pork sword down there that she has to swap out every 3 days as it starts to rot off and attract flies.
Or one that you can take off and put in the dishwasher.
It smells like bacon in here.
What's going on?
Bacon and fertilized eggs.
She's done.
They have been in a romantic relationship since the day they met.
Of course.
Yes, a man who listens to every word you have to say.
This can't be real. It's got to be a joke.
I would sincerely hope no.
He's the man I always wanted in my life.
She says, after being together for several months, Maurice discovered she was pregnant. Oh, shit. Oh, we just took a left turn into the Twilight Zone.
It's true. Marcelo got me pregnant. He didn't take care of himself, and he didn't use a condom. He got me pregnant. I took the test. It was positive. I couldn't believe it.
Well, neither can I.
That's such bullshit.
Is somebody pulling like a...
Somebody's pulling... Well, they already pulled his feet off.
Is somebody pulling a Leland Palmer and like sneaking into Laura Palmer's window in the dead of night? It's like, it's okay. She'll hallucinate and she thinks I'm Bob. Like, what the fuck?
Making a deposit.
Although if her family is this keen on diving into fantasy land, and hey, you never know. A lot of drugs come out of this part of the world. Just saying. Not wanting to have a baby out of wedlock, the couple decided to make things official and got married.
The wedding was a wonderful day for me. Very important, very emotional. It rained a lot, but it was wonderful. From the moment I walked on the aisle to the end, it was just beautiful.
250 guests had to come and watch this absolute pathetic misery.
250 people like, are you seeing this shit? Are you seeing that? Did you bring anything I can smoke? Or let me hit that.
I'm only here.
Nope, still terrifying. Here, take it back.
I only came because they're offering free food and open bar. This is ridiculous.
Oh, God, they welcomed their doll child, Marcelinho, on May 21st. She gave birth in just 35 minutes at home with a doctor and a nurse on site while live streaming it to an audience of 200 people.
This had to be a joke. There's no fucking way.
Why is this?
I mean, seriously.
This is in the New York Post.
I know. And it's, oh my God, this can't be real.
Wow.
He doesn't fight with me because he's an inanimate object.
It
doesn't
really upsets
care.
me when people say this is fake. It makes me so angry. I'm a woman of character. My mother taught me to be honest, to be a good person and not want to take advantage of anything.
Wow. What are some of the comments?
Oh,
There's 52 of them.
Let's take a look here. This is better than the stuff you read in the checkout line at Walmart, says Mike. Let us know what you think of this, guys. This is hilarious. Gianni DS, good for her. He's helpful around the house, like cleaning up spills, just saying. And he would get more votes than de Blasio in whatever race he's in. If I were the dad, I'd have a DNA test done on the child. Doesn't resemble the dad that much. I believe she has another ragdoll on the side. Ragdoll dude number 1, you are not the father. Comedy gold.
Wow.
Absolute comedy gold.
That is. It can't be real. It had to be some kind of joke.
Well,
I hope to God it was.
I hope it is some kind of a joke, but this next one, unfortunately,
is not
a joke.
All right.
Geico has to pay $5.2 million to a woman who got HPV from having sex in a man's insured car.
I hope that they fix this on appeal because that is absolutely stupid.
Yeah, what were we saying earlier about women really just being mad about being held to task as adults and taking responsibility for what they do with their waxworks down below?
Well, obviously, she had unprotected shagnanigans in the car.
With her then boyfriend in his insured automobile. So how the hell is his insurance company liable for him cheating on her?
I have no idea.
I mean, because if they're, unprotected sex with her then boyfriend, and he didn't have HPV before, obviously he picked it up somewhere, dick move, but it is what it is.
Well, they're paying it to a woman.
Yeah.
Who got she got HPV because she had a high penis vagina.
Yep.
It got sick, terrible, and now she's gonna get $5.2 million.
You know what's crazy?
That
you said you hope
ridiculous.
they appeal it. The Court of Appeals for the Western District of Missouri they affirmed the payout against the insurance company. So this was the appeal.
Now get ready to have your everyone's insurance rates go up astronomically, because if you're going to get paid for all the shit that happens that is not, relevant to the car, that's insane.
$5.2 million for what?
She got some, cauliflower spots in her vagina.
There's a real easy way to avoid that. Wrap your tool.
Or limit the amount of pogo stick jumping you're doing.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, maybe you should keep that to a bare minimum.
Instead of only insisting on a sex strike when you can't murder the infant growing inside you, how about you exercise a little impulse control and selectivity when you're going around?
Because it's only your health at stake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just jump from one salami to the next. It'll be fine.
Yeah, and
what could go wrong?
And we're coming to a time when a lot of that shit is not curable with antibiotics anymore.
Yeah. The herpetosyphilitis.
It could really wind up being fatal.
Yeah. And there are women out there who are going to swear on a stack of Bibles that that's only a small percentage of women.
Get the hell out of here.
Well, 1 in 10 moms isn't sure who fathered their baby.
Now, we did a video on this about, was it 3 or 4 years back, where we actually showed a stat from one of the blood banks, or was
it was the American Association of Blood Banks,
yes.
the ABB.
And they used to do testing to see who the father was. And 1/3 of all the tests they conducted, the guy was not the father.
Yep.
All right.
33%.
Okay. And that is at the level where people are actually contesting the child.
There are a lot of dudes out there who never contest it.
Yeah. This is 1 in 10. I mean, that is egregious.
1 in 10.
I mean, we have 330 million people in the United States, so that means there's
and this
33 or 10% is 33 million?
Well, this is the UK, but across the Western world, these numbers are going to be fairly consistent. There might be some wiggle room on either side, but I mean, shows like Maury Povich were on the air for 30 years for a reason.
Now, let's be honest. Do we really think it's going to be any better here in America?
It's probably going to be worse.
It's going to be way worse. Way worse.
Much worse.
And that's why we need to have the mandatory DNA test as soon as the child comes into the world, so we can nip this in the bud. Because guess what? If you find out the kid's not yours, and she was able to trick you for 2 years, in most states, you still got to pay child support. That's effectively turning you into a fucking slave.
Yep. Here we got a case right here. Man ordered to pay $65,000 in child support for a child who isn't his. It was embattled in court in Texas. It was proven by DNA, and they said, well, she's older than 2 years. Too bad, so sad. You're still the father. Well, as far as monetary, that's support on the hook.
Listen, some of these men moving forward are probably going to have to make a decision to either die on their feet or be a slave on their knees.
Yep.
Because that's exactly what these men are being turned into.
Yeah.
And it's fucked up.
An Australian documentary series called Who's Your Daddy? That's ironic. Released in 2014, references reports that up to 30% of paternities are misattributed. So it's not just the American Association of Blood Banks. Like I said, across the entire Western world, you're going to see very similar trajectories and behavior.
And listen, dudes, here in America, where you can get a DNA test, you can buy the kit, you literally, when it's your day to watch the kid, when she needs to get some sleep or something, you go buy the DNA test, swab the baby's cheek, swab yours, send it in, and get some mental clarity that the child is definitely yours.
Yeah.
If not, take appropriate steps and get the fuck out of there.
And bottom line, dudes, wrap your tool, not just to protect you from pregnancy, but due to the fact that STIs are at an all-time high.
Yeah,
because of these nasty snot pockets going around without any consequences for their actions.
Well, that, and you got Tinder,
Yep.
and you have like a lot of the 5, 6, and 7, women out of 1 through 10.
The approachable ones.
Yeah.
The people think like the super hot chicks are the ones who get all the dick they want. They're not. It's the 5, 6s, and 7s because they look more approachable.
Well, I know, but there are some women that are really high up there that are complete snorkel
I'm not
hogs.
saying, I'm not saying that you don't hot dog down a hallway those ladies, because they can they can just have their pick of those top tier men, whereas top tier men will slump buster with a 5, 6, or 7, whereas a top 10 woman will never slump buster with a dude who's a 5, 6, or 7.
Oh no, that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
But like some of those women that I threw out of the barracks were very attractive.
Yeah.
And they were nothing but snorkel hogs.
Spunk buckets.
That's
says
exactly
Grant
right.
Rennie.
Like by the time they left in the morning, their hair was moose back like they were doing 100 miles an hour. It was
like something about Mary.
it was worse. I was like, oh my God.
How'd you get the beans above the Frank? Oh God.
No, and I just tell the stories about the ones I found and broke up. Mm-hmm. But there were other ones that were taking place in the barracks that I heard about that were not. There was no intervention, and shit was way out of control.
Yeah.
I had like almost the entire platoon in my company had VD.
Oh,
from
wow.
one chick.
From one chick?
Yeah.
Wow. That's nuts.
Yeah, and they got fucked up.
Dude's passing around a chick and they're raw dogging it?
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me.
No, and I was like, it was like 13 of them. One or two E5s. The rest were lower enlisted. They all got a company grade Article 15.
Oh. Wow.
And I read one of the Article 15s, and quite frankly, the first sergeant was a genius. He just like, in the description, you're receiving this Article 15 for having unprotected sex. Quote, dumbass, unquote. You've had to miss training time and blah, 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 blah. If this happens again, the punishment will be much harsher.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't lose any rank or money, but they got the company grade, and they were extra duty for a month, and extra duty in the range battalion was sadistic.
Holy shit.
Oh, my God. Those guys, they don't fuck around. You fuck up, you know it.
I mean, being Eskimo brothers with people you know is nasty enough, let alone like watching the Ancestry.com spew out in front of you into all these tributaries of bazooka juice.
Oh, it was terrible.
All at the same time.
Because I remember that Monday when they're all going on sick call, the first sergeant made them hold hands and skip out the door. I was just like, I remember I'm holding a Coke, and I'm like, oh, that is so fucked up.
I'm singing in the rain.
No, because he's just like, all right, you guys, what? You guys touching penises? Everyone got VD? I was like, hold his hand, skip out the door.
Don't cross the stream.
I was like, oh my God.
It would be bad.
Like, if that was to happen today, people would get really upset. But it was comedy gold. And like, I remember Bubby, the medic, he's just watching the whole thing like, if they wanted condoms, they got a whole bag of them. They didn't ask, not one of them asked me for anything, so fuck them.
Oh, and never, ever, ever trust these women when they tell you they're on the pill, because they always insist they're on the pill. And we did a whole episode about unwanted pregnancies. A woman was trying to blame men for every single one of them, and we debunked it flat out. Like, over half of women have admitted to seduction tactics for trying to talk the dude out of wearing the condom. I think it's almost 2/3 of women at some point in their life have lied about being on the pill. And if you knock her up,
you're on the hook.
And she lies about being on the pill, it doesn't matter. You cannot sue her. You are still fucked.
You're stuck.
Even though she technically defrauded you.
Yeah, and they're going after sperm donors, too.
Yeah. So just to reiterate, if you're a dude and you tell her that you're a day trader making 10 grand a day to get her in the sack, and she finds out that you lied, she can accuse you of rapé. But She can lie about being on the pill, get you to slip one by the goalie, and you're on the hook for 18 to 21 years. And if you don't like it, well, you should have kept it in your pants.
That's exactly correct.
Why is it stunning and brave to force a man to become a parent, but it's evil, misogynistic, and wrong to tell a woman, hey, if you're the gatekeeper of sex, be more choosy?
Because, we have all the reproductive rights. Yeah.
Except, well, by all, if you mean zero, then that's absolutely correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's exactly what happens. And even if she sperm jacks you, this is why we always tell you, either take the condom with you or flush it down the toilet. Woman has twins with ex-boyfriend's stolen sperm. Courts rule X to pay child support.
Yep.
Whew.
Now listen.
yeah.
Now listen. All right. That's fucked up. But at the end of the day, the kid is still, DNA tested to be the product of that dude.
Yeah.
So there is a chance for him to salvage something out of the whole deal, a relationship with his kids.
Yeah.
Now, if, like we said before,
if she allows it,
if you are not the DNA guy and they fool you, and you have to pay child support for a kid that's not yours, you're gonna have to. These men are gonna have to start handling business, because if you can't get justice in the courts,
you're gonna get justice somewhere else.
Yeah, historically speaking, it happens outside the courts, and this is gonna get worse and worse, and it's gonna get to that point where dudes are gonna say, "Fuck this."
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to live in the street and be homeless my whole life. I
just live off the grid, and you can fuck off, because I can either work 3 jobs to pay the child support, never get to see the kid. You call me a deadbeat dad.
Yeah.
Or I can live off the grid, actually have some freedom to myself, still not get to see the kid, and you call me a deadbeat dad.
The same thing.
Either way, that's why the deadbeat dad dilemma, I think, is one of the best pieces of logical reasoning you've ever put down.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Because I remember watching that, while we were filming, I'm like, fuck, he's right. You grow up hearing about all these stigmas as a kid.
Uh-huh.
And because you hear them all the time, you just take them for granted, like, well, yeah, there's some garbage men out there. But you know what else? There's some garbage fucking females out there. And there's a whole lot of women who relied on Roe v. Wade because they're accidental pregnancies, which really means unsuccessful baby trapping.
Or laziness.
It backfired.
Yeah.
Yep.
And guess what? Now, there's going to be just a smidgen of accountability here.
Mm-hmm. Just a smidgen, and not even in every state. The states that these people are rioting in, they're going to have it legal up to 28 days after birth.
Yeah, and that's murder, and it's evil. It's straight up evil.
We did a whole video debunking all of the leftists' best abortion arguments. If you guys haven't watched it, it is posted on altcensor.com, but I went on to the main website and I decided to make a new entry for it in light of the Roe v. Wade decision. Right after the leak, I was like, should probably make sure that people can still see this because it's a good one.
Did we get a strike for that?
No.
Okay.
No, it was one of those videos where as soon as things started going real ape shit with YouTube, I was like,
better pull it back.
You and I talked about it. I'm like, man, we need to make a bunch of these videos private because we're going to get fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, you are correct. Wow. Yeah. But I mean, it's so stupid.
Mm-hmm. And it's how long do you think it's going to take for this initial explosion of rage to finally subside?
Well, what's taking place now is a lot of the Hollywood and big tech who are pushing a lot of this shit are now coming to the realization that they can't make any money because the people who are doing all the screaming about everything don't buy or support the products anyway.
No, they bootleg it if they watch it at all.
Yeah. And you're going to see a lot of these little crybabies get fired and filtered out of the system because they're not making money.
Well, I mean, Netflix is a perfect example.
Oh yeah,
they're expecting within the next quarter another 2 million canceled subscriptions.
Yeah. And all I could say to Netflix is go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
you had a lot of good shows that you shut down, and then you started all this woke horse shit
Yep.
for like 3.5 years, and it has blown up in your motherfucking face.
And they tried to mission creep with some of it too.
Oh, yeah.
Did you watch the series Sex Education?
No.
On there, the first season is very funny, and it seemed like as far as the nudity and the sexual humiliation, it's kind of like American Pie in terms of its sense of humor that way. It was equal opportunity. That the gay black dude gets some shit done to him, the straight white dude gets some shit done to him. And, no one's happy. Everybody's fucking everybody, and nobody's happy.
Yeah.
Right?
That's how life is.
Yeah, I could live with that. I was like, okay, it's like there's some woke stuff in here, but it's not so in your face that I can't enjoy the rest of what's going on here that's actually intelligently written and well performed. Then season 2 happened.
And
it was full woke bullshit.
Yeah, like what? Like the show Marco Polo? That was on, I think that was Netflix.
Oh, I never watched that one.
It was like maybe 3 seasons, and they stopped making it. It was a fucking awesome show.
Yeah. I heard
Loved
that their
it.
iteration of Dracula was actually very well done as well.
Yeah. But that was a limited series.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, but Sex Education, oh man, they shit the bed and floss their ass with the sheets on the way out. There was one episode where the main character gets hammered, and while he is blackout drunk to the point where he doesn't remember anything, Indian girl who goes to his school has sex with him. Now, according to the logic within that very same episode, that's rapé.
That's apparay.
But instead of feeling sorry for him, we play his situation up for laughs, and instead we're going to hang out with these group of women who are all in detention like it's the Breakfast Club, talking about how they were all assaulted by dudes who, in some instances, never even touched them.
Mm-hmm.
But that's Stunning and Brave and rah, yas, Queen Slay. I turned the show off after that, and I was like, I'm never watching this shit again.
I am not going to watch the new Doctor Strange movie until I can get it on a pirated channel somewhere.
Yeah.
Because that's not about Doctor Strange. It's about Wanda. They're trying to basically use the Doctor Strange title to bring everyone in, and then they sell you this alt propaganda horse shit.
Yeah.
I'm not participating.
Just like Obi-Wan.
Yeah, Obi-Wan's going to fucking...
Yeah, Obi-Wan, he used to be the last bastion of competence and wisdom and dependability in the Star Wars universe. He's going to play second fiddle to a 12-year-old girl.
Yeah, and guess what? I'm not watching that either.
Yeah.
I am so sick of this propaganda horse shit.
Fuck you, Disney.
Yeah, I am not
Fuck
I'm not
you
putting
hard.
up with that all. Yeah, I hope they go under. I really do.
Ugh. And then there's the other flip side of this, too. Is that you're going to have hoes mad, but you're also going to have some hoes who are going to be like, I can be devious as shit now because I'm 28, and it's about time I roped a good dude in to settle down. And obviously, if I lie about being on the pill, he can't sue me or get out of his obligations to the child, so I can skate on easy street with child support for the next 18 to 21 years.
And if the kid's, defective... You could pay child support for the rest of the kid's life.
Yep. And you know what we call that, right? Right. Baby rabies. It's even in the Urban Dictionary. A condition wherein the biological drive to have a baby morphs into a neurotic obsession to have a baby by any means necessary. You ever met any women like this, dudes?
Usually it sets in right around 26 to 34.
And, I'm curious, too, about the story of the 1 in 10. How many people out there found out that your dad wasn't your dad?
Ooh.
Or doesn't even, your mom was such a hooer, she doesn't even know who your dad is?
I have a couple friends that don't know who their dad was.
Oh, God.
Because their mother was a fucking cum guzzling,
And that was back
cushion.
just think, that was still happening when you were a kid.
Yeah, that was in the 70s.
And now, it's so much worse.
Oh, yeah. Well, now there's no stigma anymore. Back in the day, people still did that kind of stuff, but they
didn't air it out on social media.
They didn't talk about it. It wasn't like
hashtag shout your body count. Hashtag shout your abortion.
Yeah. That's just nuts.
On your chin.
Oh, God.
Or if you keep banging a bunch of these chicks with HPV, it's nuts dropping off and, shriveling up and rolling away. Wait, come back.
And they're saying here it usually affects women in their late 30s to early 40s. I'm going to say it goes from 26 to mainly 34, 35.
Yeah.
And then it tapers off. And a lot of these women who don't have any kids, when they get around 40, they really implode. I've seen some women have like 2 and 3 year depression bouts from 40 to 43.
Wow.
Because they never had kids. They're not married. It's done. It's over.
Well.
And I got that saying 40 to 80 is a long time
Mhm.
from one of those women.
It's true. There was a tweet. I never managed to actually grab it, but there's some whammon on Twitter talking about how she was so excited that her divorce was finalizing. I'm so elated for this next chapter.
Oh,
And this woman who was in like her 40s or 50s said, you might want to let me know when that next chapter comes because I felt exactly the same way you did. Getting divorced was the biggest mistake I have ever made because that next chapter never came and now I'm miserable and alone and my kids are all gone and no one gives a fuck about me.
Yep.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
That's absolutely correct. And we did a video called The Spinster Bubble.
Oh, that's a great video.
Oh, my God.
Popping the spinster bubble, guys. If you haven't watched it, you're fucking up by the numbers. Watch it.
Yeah. Listen, you're fucking up like Monopoly.
But what do you say we do a quick roll call on here, and then we can always read the YouTube chats before we take off for new tech.
Well, it's only been... All right, yeah, hang on.
Yeah, it's been about
Go
an
back,
hour.
let me see that ass.
You want to see that ass, huh?
Yeah, okay.
Not
It just
bad.
doesn't look like... I mean, are those real pants?
Yeah, you can see him actually kind of creasing here and folding up on her waist there.
All right. Okay. All right, so what's the roll call?
I'm pixel peeping, bro. Pixel peeping. All right. From what I understand, Twitch is kind of screwing up a little bit tonight, so we only have 19 people on there watching. I threw a link to DLive there in the chat so you guys can check it out. Apparently, there's a whole lot of stuttering and things like that. DLive is rocking 69. I approve of that number and the cast of characters we got in the chat. How's everybody doing? Dapper Sapper tossed in a lemon. Thank you very much. Oh, and Calliope, the gay porn connoisseur, she's in there too. Thank you for watching. 68. Oh, it just one off. It would have had 2 69s in one night.
What's the second one?
That usually costs extra.
What, D-Live is 69?
D-Live was 69 and Odyssey 68.
All right.
Rumble's at 621.
Uh-huh.
YouTube is rocking 939. Just dropped a little bit. And we're just a little over half on the likes, guys. Smash that shit. MGTOW.TV 44.
Uh-huh. That sucks. Twitch is a little light.
They might be doing some site upgrades or something that's screwing everything up.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yep.
Not a big deal.
It is what it is. Wayward Scholar says, now hear me out, good sirs. Only benefit to gun control. Those pushing for it are the... Oh, I'm sorry. We already read that one. I want to make sure that I didn't miss anything because I fight with this Rumble rant chat every fucking stream. Pisses me off. We got Sean Hatterdeen on YouTube there with a $10 donation. Word of the day, Cleveland Steamer. I'm sure we're all familiar with that. Do I have to look it up on Urban Dictionary?
No, it's bad.
You want me to describe it to you?
No, I know
In
exactly
vivid
what that is.
detail? 'Cause
No,
I
I'm good.
can. I mean, I got Urban Dictionary up
Oh,
here.
come on.
Red Pill Rhino in the chat. How you doing, sir? Long day, still out driving, but I wouldn't miss this one. I got it turned up while I'm driving. Bottoms up. Yeah.
All right.
Michael Simmons says, we need to get an encaged parade float filled with the latest fun time dolls to drive around to the pro-choice protests.
Wow.
Meaning pro-murder riots. That's really what it comes down to.
Mostly peaceful.
Fiery, but mostly peaceful. Ignore all the burning buildings, the overturned cars, the screaming people, and the glass mason jars flying at my head.
Yeah. Got it.
Fan I am. My body, my choice. If it ain't your body, it's the baby's body. You're taking away its choice. Ironic, huh? Also, ladies, if you can't pass the pull my finger test, you ain't a man. It's really funny. A lot of the arguments now that I'm hearing from these leftoids about abortion since this decision was overturned is they're talking about the baby like it's property. That while it's in their body, It's their property. You know,
Huh.
there was a whole Emancipation Proclamation made in this country in the 1800s, the one that you try to make all white people feel terrible about.
Yep.
You sound like slave owners. You might want to stop doing that. It's not a good look for you. This is why Republicans are polling higher after this decision, and Democrats are losing more support.
Well, first of all, the Democrats, they're not even Democrats. They
I know.
are socialists. And
It's just amazing that they were able to take one of the only issues that they could always rely on to poll ahead, and they've thrown it away.
correct.
It's gone.
You know what? I think that it was a sacrificial lamb for them to try to get some traction for the midterms.
Yeah.
I think it was.
And yet, it's not working because they're
No.
fucking up so bad.
Well, so many people are waking up to the horse shit the communist
Yeah.
Democrats are doing.
Yeah. And, AOC once again going on Colbert talking about FDR. Well, FDR, this and that, FDR had a supermajority in his Congress at that point in time, and he routinely threatened the courts
Yep.
with expansion and other such bullshit. The reason why he did it is because they were the only thing standing in between him and a whole bunch of unconstitutional bullshit that he wanted to do. We are still trying to undo some of the damage that FDR has done to this country.
Yep. Yeah, I would definitely go with that.
Top 5 worst presidents of all time. And he's sitting right there at the top, Joe motherfucking Biden.
Plagiarist,
I never thought I would see one worse than W. But
he was not a good guy.
we're not even 2 full years in.
Oh, it's gonna get much worse, especially if they keep doing their ice cream social shenanigans at
Yep.
the 2022.
You can look forward to those militias showing up, just saying.
Yeah, I hope they do, because
I do too.
This is out of control.
Shark dentures. Why the sex drought? Water hose mad? Maybe they're into water sports. You never know. Fan I am with all the fee whales. Fee whales. Write that down.
Fee whales.
Fee whales in America. It won't be long until we start seeing Japanese boats on the border. Fee whales. That's good, dude. I don't know why that one never came to mind. That's brilliant.
It's going in the book.
Dutch Vanderlind. Pop and Blake, y'all saved my life and convicted me to get out of the military after 8 due to the Wu flu. Sappers lead the way, drinking straws while he's distracted. Oh, in the face. And add 1 to the board.
Hanging on fee whales.
Fee whales. Fewhales. Free Willy.
Fee whales. Size 18 for a reason.
Yes. Size 18 on the small end.
I love it.
Oh, man. And we got an email here from Austin Wall Johnson. I'm going to take a look at that.
Hang on, I got to put 4
Add
here.
it to the board. I saw that one in here earlier. Boom. Here we go. Why are all the people that are my body, my choice people... Why are all the people that are my body, my choice people so concerned about it? Nobody wants to wine dine or 69 anyways. I'm going to Ireland in August, Pop. Are you telling me that I need to keep my Czech liver light on?
That's the only way you're going to have fun. You're going to have the warning light on the entire time you're there. Go see some castles.
You're going to get some good beer, though.
The alcohol, the beer is good. They do have good whiskeys. And there's a lot of stuff, now listen, I was there a while ago, but I literally went into a couple of these bars and they had Irish whiskey and it was still in the aging barrel casks.
Gotcha.
I literally could have drank myself to death. It was really good.
Oh, man. I just want Miguel to know about the 2 emails that you sent there. One of the things that Pop and I have been talking about doing, we become fans of channels like Strong Successful Male. We want to hear your guys' stories and your questions. So we can start doing full videos out there. If you guys have like real in-depth stuff, you want some advice, you want to tell us all what's been going on in your lives, or stuff like this that's very source and question heavy, we can do whole videos on it.
Yep.
So, because you are why we are here. That's why that's 444 on the board.
444.
Winning. Thumper the sweaty fat guy. Ham planet sex strikes is like using a wiffle bat to intimidate someone. Ineffective means of persuasion. The opposite is more of a threat. That is very correct.
Well, listen, I've been hit with wiffle bats, and they sting.
Yeah, they sting,
but they're not really doing deep damage.
No, exactly.
But, it still hurts.
But, a woman like that, a woman who's of ample size, rotund, she starts to get the idea that maybe you're going to fall on the grenade for your wingman.
Everybody wants a thick girl to ride their face until they have a thick girl riding their face. And then all of a sudden it's, oh, I can't breathe. Well, I was kind of hoping I wouldn't be able to breathe either.
At least she knows. Billy Von Baum, you genius mother fornicator. Lord Pepsi, if there's a fall in real life, we'd ID ourselves by naming of our YouTube subscriptions.
Okay.
Yeah, close enough. This one I spotted in the chat earlier. I'd like to hear more about it, so if you can shoot me an email, Nick. This is Nick Crocodilis. Rest in peace, Mr. Medicare. Swatted live 2 minutes ago, and this was sent at 8:37 p.m.
Who's Mr. Medicare?
Mr. Medicare was internet blood sports champion of all time. He was, the video of the surgery.
Oh, yeah.
That you couldn't make 10 seconds into?
No.
He produced that.
Yeah. Would he get killed or something?
I sincerely hope not. If you guys can send me the link to that, I'd like to figure out what's going on with that because I'm a big Medicare fan. Johnny Illuminati with a $9.99 donation. If there was a comment with that, Susie Q got rid of it. She don't like you. She don't like us either. Channel 1-800-DUMB, 443, now 444. So proud. You know what to do, Blake. Aerial maneuvers.
What are you doing?
I'm throwing a straw at you.
Yeah.
Robert Anderson, according to Doomcock, Bob Chopek is starting to clean out the woke people and nonsense from Disney altogether. All this was part of an alleged sting op.
I'm sorry.
That sounds to me like...
I'm sorry. I'm not... I saw that video.
I don't believe that.
I like to watch his channel. He does come up with some good information. A lot of it is new information before it hits the actual media outlets.
Yeah.
But listen, Chapek had a chance to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And he quite literally allowed Disney, in my opinion, to get to the point of no return.
I'm sorry, what sting operations involve you plunging your company $40 billion in debt?
Yeah.
To the point where your theme parks are the only thing keeping you afloat.
And that's failing too.
That's not a sting operation. This is somebody trying to do some serious damage control.
Yeah, I think it's exactly what I said. I'm like, that guy's doing damage control. Uh-oh, I'm going to have a seizure.
The hell is that?
Okay.
That was weird.
No, it's damage control. And listen, if I had my way, Disney would get ripped apart and sold off.
Oh, fuck them.
They can go fuck themselves.
Hell yeah. Grant Rennie.
So pissed at them.
Ancestry DNA probably caused a lot of strife. You are correct. And a lot of people who sent in their DNA to sites like that had no idea they'd be selling their entire DNA profile to China.
That's right.
Is S-ho. Reaper01, tomorrow was my escape from the pink pocket anniversary day. Yeah! Wish me a happy early happy turd day, Pop.
All right, so what, you jettisoned the live-in penis massager?
Oh, no, he fell out of the meat.
Oh, you fell out of the meat sack day.
Yeah, tomorrow's his birthday.
Vaginal turd.
Happy birthday, sir.
Yeah.
Dung is fun. He has an email here, but he says save it for new tech. It is 23 dick problems.
That's going to be a long one. I don't know if we can go through that whole thing.
Oh, no, 23 dick as in he's dispensing 23 dick, not just 10 dick.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how you wind up with a bunch of stalkers, or in your case...
that's how you wind up with women who shoot you.
Yeah, women with felony rap sheets.
They don't want to. They don't want to share you. They'll just kill you first.
Dung is fun. Hey, Pop, do you like claymation films?
Sure.
If so, going to movie 123, the film is called Mad God. Yes! It's disturbing, but good for claymation. That is Phil Tippett's movie. He was the puppeteer master who created the effects for movies like RoboCop, Jurassic Park. The dude's been in the business forever, and he's a fucking genius. And he finally decided to direct a whole film using his stop-motion techniques.
All right, cool.
And I haven't seen it myself yet. I've seen the trailer, though, and everybody that I talked to has said the same thing. It's one of the best films they've ever seen.
All right.
So we got to check it out.
Check it out.
Check it out. Reaper01, Blake, a note in the email. Use your best black chick voice, and I hope you speak hood rat. On my dog tag, Pop, I call number 69.
I can do the black chick voice. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Faux show. You don't even know.
That's okay.
I know. CG Roberts, email Blake, German pegs.
Oh, no.
German pegs? Do I want to know? Mute sound, pop dies are going to bug. Okay. Oh my. Hey, let me turn off the sound here. What in the mother of shit Christ is this?
This is going to get us age restricted.
Siri, block his number. Beautiful Acropolis. How?
Well,
Does she like dip them in a cooler of ice before she goes live?
Listen, she's obviously, these are called pinky nipples. They are the long ones. Yep.
And she's clearly had work to her face done as well.
Well, that could be a filter too.
No, the filters don't add to your lips like that. What in the mother? Why?
Why?
Why? I just don't get it.
That's just. I mean, they look interesting, but I know that's problems.
Put your eye out, man.
That's problems and expense. That's expensive.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
It's not worth it.
Ugh.
I'm telling you, the new car smell wears off really quick on women like this.
Amen. Tony Soprano, Dr. Zelenko passed away earlier today. Dr. Zelenko.
Who's Dr. Zelenko?
I don't know. Should I know who that is? Dr. Zelenko. It's Dr. Vladimir Zelenko, Nobel Peace Prize nominee and board-certified physician and USA Informational Video. Okay.
Huh.
Oh, he had cancer. He had the big C word. 4-year battle with a rare form of cancer.
Well, see you later, bro.
Poor dude, man.
Yeah. Oof. That sucks.
Yeah. He was the leader in alt-coof treatment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sure that he got cancer totally naturally. Well, I mean, he's had it for 4 years, so he had it before any of this stuff. But just saying.
It happens.
When 12-year-olds are dying of heart attacks, in the middle of soccer games and stuff like that, it makes you question everything.
Yeah, sudden adult death syndrome is what they call it now.
Yeah.
That didn't exist 2 years ago.
No.
What has changed in the past 2 years?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure we're not allowed to say it.
Yeah, we can't say it on this platform because we'll get scolded.
Get scolded and folded with your clothes in them. Or with you in your clothes, rather.
Yeah, you don't want that.
But not bad. Those I can actually believe are pants.
Okay. Yeah.
It is 9:18. We have finished all of the YouTube chats, and I think it's time we take a little break to empty our squirrel bladders and jump over to New Tech for some fucked up but funny and the rest of your chats.
All right.
So stay tuned. Make the jump. We'll see you in 5.
All right.